watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Brewers and Bucks.
Today and find the fit for you.
And get an incredible offer like this.
Lease a new 2025 Defender 110 for just $889 a month, or get special 4.9 APR financing for up to 48 months at Land Rover Waukesha. Go to LandRoverWaukesha.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi, and Loyal Family Renovations, they saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handle all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Strike out dirt and grime at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Members save money with unlimited washes, skip the line in a fast line, and enjoy free vacuums. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. And before we continue, 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You are listening to the Brewers Radio Network. Starting lineups presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure. Visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. The Arizona Diamondbacks come in at 65 and 69. This is their lineup as posted by their manager, Torey Lovullo. Ketel Marte will lead off at second base. Batting second to shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Batting third in right field, Corbin Carroll. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. bats cleanup. He's in left field. Gabriel Moreno bats fifth and does the catching. Blaze Alexander bats sixth at third base. Tyler Locklear is the first baseman batting seventh. Alec Thomas bats eighth in center field, and Ildemaro Vargas bats ninth. He's the designated hitter. Again for the Diamondbacks, Marte, Perdomo, Carroll, Gurriel Jr., Moreno, Alexander, Locklear, Thomas, and Vargas. On the mound is the right-hander, former Padre Nabil Crismatt, today for Arizona. Brewers come in at 83 and 51. Here's Pat.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Smokehouses, imported spices, time-tested recipes, quality over quantity. Usingers in baseball. It's just not summer without them.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being brought to you by Citgo. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Concordia, University of Wisconsin. Usinger's famous sausage. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them. American Family Insurance. Menards, Prevea Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Markets, Pomp's Tire, West Bend Insurance's silver lining. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail. Island Resort and Casino. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Cousins Subs. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Cedar Crest Ice Cream. Wisconsin Biofuels. Wisconsin Laborers District Council. And the Wisconsin Dental Association. Brewers and Diamondbacks for the final time. Brewers getting out of town, heading to Toronto after the ball game today. Brewers hoping to do it with a win under their belt. First pitch coming your way next on the Brewers Radio Network.
Milwaukee baseball was born in the Emerald City, but any ties to the Pacific Northwest were cut loose decades ago. Pella has an interesting history as well, born in Pella, Iowa, but their century-long history of crafting quality windows and doors there continues to this day. Designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance, get long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Order by August 31st and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Take the nearest exit to Ewald Automotive for 2025 model year clearance pricing. Save over $14,000 or get 0% financing. All makes, all models. Over 700 2025s in stock with model year clearance pricing. And with the Ewald low price.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Drive Around the League gets brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Cubs and the Giants will finish up that series today. It's Logan Webb on the mound for San Francisco. That one gets started at 2:45 today. In Baltimore, the Red Sox out to a 2-1 lead over the Orioles in the bottom of the fourth. We're just about ready to get this one underway, the finale of this homestand, and stepping in with the play-by-play. Once again, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. And I think the roof is about 58% open.
Oh,
just for the record.
Very specific.
Very specific.
Yeah. I think 60's right.
I don't know. I'm going 58%. We'll measure it in a moment. Just a reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. Message also brought to you by our friends at the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today, Boucher.com. Ketel Marte leads things off today for Arizona. He and Geraldo Perdomo flipping spots in the order against Jose Quintana, who's into his windup. And the first pitch of the afternoon. Line drive on one bounce to Durbin. He fields a long throw across the diamond in time. One pitch and one out. Good start for Jose Quintana. Can't do much better than that. 68 beautiful degrees at our first pitch at American Family Field. First pitch of Brewers baseball. Always brought to you by Carbless. Premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbless right here inside the stadium. Carbless, less is more. Geraldo Perdomo has been a tough out in the series. He waits on the first offering, and it's a strike at the top of the zone from Jose Quintana, and it's 0-1. Perdomo in the series, 5 out of 12. Homered last night. That was the difference in the contest. He's driven in 3 runs in the series. Also has a hit in 21 of his last 23 games. 0-1 coming back. Line foul. It's a quick 0-2 on Perdomo. Perdomo lifetime against Quintana, 1 for 4. Quintana got a win against the Diamondbacks earlier this season. It was the first time he'd ever beat Arizona in his career. 0-2 pitch on the way. Just missed off the inside corner. That was a good looking pitch from Quintana and didn't get it. Corbin Carroll to follow. We'll get you the Brewers defensive alignment in a moment. Quintana rocks and deals. Jam shot, pop up first base, and caught by Andrew Vaughn. Went right back in there and busted the hands on Geraldo Perdomo. 2 up and 2 down for Corbin Carroll. Left-handed batter. Only 2 natural left-handed hitters in the lineup today. Carroll's one, Alec Thomas the other. Carroll had a 13-game hitting streak snapped last night. Takes inside with a curveball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. First time that Quintana has flipped that curveball in there today. He's had a great month of August, has Jose Quintana. 3-0, 283 earned run average. 1-0 pitch, a wave and a miss at a breaking ball. And it's 1-1. A big key for Quintana this month, he has limited the walks. Only 6 walks in August. 1-1 to Corbin Carroll. That is a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Pinpoint command thus far. 1-2 on Carroll. Told you about the Brewers defense. It's Collins, Perkins, and Frelick left to right in the outfield. Durbin, Monasterio, Terang, and Vaughn on the infield. Jansen catching. Going away, the 1-2. Carroll hits it foul and stays alive. Just a very small wedge of sunlight out in left field. Collins in the spotlight out there. Everybody else in the shadows of the roof. 1-2 from Quintana. Up and in with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corbin Carroll, 1 out of 8 lifetime against Quintana. 2-2 pitch. Missed maybe a half a baseball off the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Very close. Three-two and coming back on Corbin Carroll. The pitch home. Hit foul. Will do it again. Back foot of the back line of the batter's box for Corbin Carroll. Jansen going away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Quintana's pitch. Strike 3 called. That one caught the edge. And Quintana rings up. Corbin Carroll looking. Bottom of the first is on the way. No score on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
Wisconsin's morning news is here. Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Veteran right-hander Nabil Krismat gets to work against Sal Frelick, who's back in the leadoff spot. Got the night off last night. First pitch from the Diamondbacks right-hander is a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. He's not going to throw hard, maybe 90, 91 miles an hour. Makes just his second start with the D-backs. There's a drive. Right field. Gone. 1-0 Brewers on a Sal Frelick leadoff homer. His 10th of the season. Good way to start the ball game as Sal Frelick got into one, and he puts the Brewers out in front after just 2 pitches. Didn't even have an opportunity to talk about our quick trip around the bases contest. Fireworks still firing from the rooftop as well, as the pitch is a strike on Caleb Durbin. We've already got a winner in our quick trip around the bases contest. 0-1 on Durbin. Here's the pitch. Big curveball hit to third. Up with it is Blaze Alexander. He throws out Durbin. 1 up and 1 down. Well, that quick trip around the bases is presented this month by Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks. Today's contestant is Annette Eklov from Onalaska. Brewers score in the first inning. They did. Spoiler alert. $100 headed your way, Annette. Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and Quick Trip. Living up to the name, Quick Trip. It was a quick trip around the bases too. Sal Frelick was running on tilt. 1 away, a run in. Here's William Contreras having a great series, 6 out of 13, and he takes a big curveball for strike 1 at the knees. Contreras doing the DHing today. No Yelich in the lineup, at least to start. Krismat winds and throws, and it misses low, bounced in the dirt, and then popped up and hit Contreras. Everybody's good. 1 ball, 1 strike. Krismat was with the Phillies organization at the beginning part of the season. 19 starts in AAA Lehigh Valley. The Iron Pigs. And now the 1-1 to Contreras. A swing and a miss at a Bugs Bunny changeup from Krismat. He does not throw hard. It's all about the off-speed stuff for him. A couple of years in the big leagues with San Diego. His second tour with Arizona. The 1-2. A swing and a miss again. There's that changeup, and gone on strikes is Contreras. 2 away for Bryce Turang, who's hitting cleanup today. First time in his career that he's been in the cleanup spot. Cleanup hitter brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for free inspection today. First pitch curveball flipped in there for strike 1 on Bryce Turang. 10-game hitting streak for Bryce. And a drive down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball and into the right field corner. Turang will have at least a double. Not stopping there. On his way to third, and he is in with a foot-first slide. It's a 2-out triple for Bryce Turang. And it's an 11-game hitting streak for the Brewers' second baseman. Hanging cutter on the inner part of the plate. Turang fired the bat head in it. Rattled around in the corner. And Turang stands at third for Andrew Vaughn. First pitch to Vaughn. Strike 1 at the knees. Vaughn 2 for 10 in the series. Krismat's pitch is a tapper right back to the mound. Krismat steps, throws to first, and Vaughn is out. The Brewers strike with a home run from Sal Frelick. It's 1-0 as we go to the second inning in Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Deals with Gurriel, Gabriel Moreno, and then Blaze Alexander. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Arizona. First one to Gurriel is a ball outside. 1 ball to no strikes. Gurriel with 19 home runs. He's driven in 80 on this season. 32 of those 80 RBIs coming in the month of August. 1-0 pitch. Change up outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Brewers got the solo homer from Sal Frelick. Second pitch of the game from Nabil Krismat. Terang added a 2-out triple. 2-0 pitch, and Gurriel lines a base hit to left. Diamondbacks have their first hit. What we have seen from Arizona in this series, they can hit. There's no doubt about that. Brewers jumped out to 6-0 leads in both the first and second games of the series. Arizona came within a run in Monday's game. Never overtook the Brewers in the score column. And then game 2, the Brewers led 6-0. And 1.8-3 before Arizona tied it. The Brewers won it 9-8 in the bottom of the 9th. Moreno at the plate takes ball 1 off the outside corner. I tell you, those edges are tight. From James Jean, our home plate umpire today. Yesterday, the Brewers had a 1-0 lead until the 6th inning when Blaze Alexander hit a 2-run homer. Ended up winning 3-2. 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. First 2 hitters have both been in 2-0 counts against Jose Quintana. Short lead at first by Gurriel. Quintana from the stretch and deals. Outside again with a changeup. 3 balls and no strikes on Gabby Moreno, the catcher, catching his 3rd game of 4. The day off yesterday, had missed just over 2 months with a hand injury. Prior to coming to Milwaukee, activated from the injured list. 3-0 pitch. No green light and took a strike. 3-1. And this Arizona team, they can slug. And their pitching has dealt with a bevy of injuries. Traded away a good number of them as the throw to first, and back with the dive is Gurriel. Traded away Merrill Kelly. Corbin Burns had Tommy John surgery. And Brewers missing Zach Gallen in this series. That's a good thing. He has been really tough against Milwaukee in the past. 3-1 to Moreno. Popped up right side. Frelick giving chase, but it's in the seats. Foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gabby Moreno. Eddie Rodriguez, Eduardo Rodriguez, who the Brewers saw in Game 1. Called him Eddie because that's what his name was when he was in the Red Sox organization when I was calling his games. Still have to adjust to Eduardo, even though he's been that way for 10 years. Still Eddie to me. 3-2 pitch. Flare into left. A base hit from Moreno. Got in on his hands. Strong enough to dump it in front of Collins. So back-to-back base hits for Arizona to start the second inning. Tying run in scoring position for Blaze Alexander.
You never called him Cousin Eddie, correct?
I did not, no. Nor were we drinking eggnog out of a moose-shaped glass. Although I had considered it.
How long ago does that start feel like Monday? Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the Diamondbacks.
Well, I mean, considering we were in Chicago for a year.
And that is true.
These 4-game series, they last forever. They really do. That extra game is a big deal. Blaze Alexander is at the plate. Quintana's pitch is a strike with a breaking ball. And it's 0-1. You know, the 3-game series, you get in there, game 1, okay, then it's game 2, and the next day you're done. That 4th game is a big deal. Not so bad when you're at home. As the 0-1 pitch is a check swing. They'll appeal it. He went. It's 0-2.
Yeah, you like it when you're at home.
And luckily no rain delays that we had to deal with while we've been on the homestand. Never have to deal with rain delays in Milwaukee. 0-2 on Blaze Alexander. Quintana checks his runners and throws. Missed high with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alexander, 1 hit in the series. It was a 2-run homer last night. Went the other way. One-two pitch. Jammed foul just above the Brewers dugout. Blaze Alexander hanging in there. Two base hits to open up this inning against Quintana. Was clean in the first. 1-2. Missed down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sal Frelick hit that home run in the first inning. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin donates $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee for each and every Brewers home run, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. 2-2 pitch, and it is a check swing foul. Fastball on the inside corner. Alexander got some of the barrel on it, and the beat goes on. 6-pitch sequence thus far. This will be number 7 to Alexander's in the middle of a 5 for 32 at the plate. Tyler Locklear on deck. Be a good time for a ground ball to a middle infielder. Quintana holding. Checks that runner again. Now throws. Line foul. Threw him a fastball on the outside corner. And Alexander hanging in there. Good crowd on a Thursday afternoon. Final day game before school starts, other than Labor Day for a lot of kids. Kids go back to school after Labor Day, Tuesday, Wednesday. 2-2 pitch. Missed outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Be at least a 9-pitch at bat between Blaze Alexander and Jose Quintana. Gurriel is lead from second base. Moreno is lead from first. 3-2 pitch. Missed off the inside corner, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Tyler Locklear. Making his first start of the series. 0 for 2. And Danny Jansen's going to go out for a trip to the mound. Every trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and seat on the shuttle. So Quintana, who had jumped out in front of Blaze Alexander. Couldn't finish him off, so 2 base hits, a walk, and the D-backs have him loaded with nobody out for Locklear. Hitting 186 on the season. He's homered twice, driven in 3. Made his debut with Seattle a year ago. Right-handed batter, and the pitch home. Swing and a miss. Bat goes flying and ends up past the dugout down the left field line. I would give that bat toss a 9.3. It's like a discus. I mean, not quite. I mean, javelin throw, that would be a really bad javelin because it was all wobbly. That thing was helicoptering its way past that dugout and camera well down the left field line. Hammer throw, maybe? Yeah. I was not a track and field guy myself, but that would feel.
Both of those would work, discus or hammer.
Yeah, I like hammer. The 0-1. And Locklear, I think, got hit in the hand. He did. He got hit in the hand, and that's going to force a run home for Arizona. The Brewers are going to check and see whether or not it's a foul ball or a hit by pitch. Well, the Brewers holding up play, see if they want to challenge this, and they will not. It's a hit by pitch, so Locklear reaches and drives in a run for his effort for getting hit by the pitch. I think it got him in the elbow. Get him in that elbow or in the hand. Either way, it's going to hurt. So a 1-1 ball game. The Brewers just have not been able to get that shutdown inning against the Diamondbacks in the series. Alec Thomas hits, and Thomas drives one down the right field line, but it is going to hook foul. Up and into the third deck. Thomas waiting as the 0-1 pitch on the way is a strike. No problem with Quintana getting ahead in counts. It's finishing off hitters in this inning that has become a problem. The first 4 have reached, and still nobody out. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul held on to by Jansen. A big strikeout. The second of the ball game for Jose Quintana. Ortho ASAP strikeout, and finally the first out of the inning, and Ildemaro Vargas is the hitter. Now if you get a ground ball, get out of the double play, and get out of the inning with a double play, it's a job well done. Surrendered just the 1 run. Vargas, number 9 hitter, doing the DHing. Pitch from Quintana is low and in the dirt. Knocked down by Jansen.
Vargas hit into the big double play last night in the 7th inning.
4-6-3, 1 hopper to Terang. Quintana, one of the team leaders in inducing double play ground balls. 1-0, change up, down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. It's now a 25 pitch inning for Quintana, inching towards that 40 pitch mark. 1-1 ball game, bases loaded for Arizona. The 2-0 is a strike. Throwing the fastball right down the middle. 2-1. You can't beat summer in Wisconsin. Lakes, sun, food, especially grilled brats and franks from Usingers. Pine River gourmet cheese spreads. That goes great with everything. 2-1 pitch. Vargas, a base hit into center field. That'll score 1. They're going to send the runner around third. Here comes a throw home. It's cut off by Monasterio. It's a 2-run single for Vargas, and Arizona jumps out to a 3-1 lead. Vargas got jammed on that fastball in the inner part of the plate. Muscled it into center field. The throw from Blake Perkins was a good one, but he had to run a long way to get there initially. And Blaze Alexander scored without a throw from the cutoff man, Monasterio. It's back to the top of the order in Ketel Marte. Bounced to third base his first time up against Quintana. He's had a lot of success against Quintana in the past. 3-run inning for Arizona, and the pitch misses low, ball 1. That was pitch number 41 in the game. Game has the makings of a long day. Something about these two teams. Even going back to last year, remember that series down in Arizona towards the end of the season? Had some really wacky games. One-0 pitch to Marte. Check swing, they'll appeal. He didn't go. And they count 2 balls and no strikes. We told you about Usinger's Pine River Gourmet cheese spreads. Don't forget about Cedar Crest ice cream. Can't talk about those other 2 without Cedar Crest. May have to go for some Cedar Crest in between innings. 2-0 is hit foul off on the right side. 2 balls and a strike on Marte. It's a 30-pitch inning for Quintana, and nobody stirring in that Brewers bullpen. Had to use an opener yesterday with Aaron Ashby. Eric Fetty went 4 1/3 innings. Then Mears and McGee finished out the game. 2-1 popped him up. Vaughn in fair territory. Infield fly is called for. And Vaughn made the catch. Two away for Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo hitting from the right side of the plate, popped up to first base his first time up against Quintana, and takes inside for ball 1. And the Brewers are chasing a couple of runs, 3-1 Arizona. Top half of inning number 2. A lot of game left. Quintana kicks and deals. Perdomo took a strike on the inside corner at the knees. 33 pitches in this second inning for Quintana. Nearing that 50 pitch mark. It may be another short start for a Brewers starter. Those haven't happened very often recently. 1-1 pitch. Low and in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike on Perdomo. Just a lot of deep counts. Gurriel with a base hit. Moreno with a base hit to start the inning. Alexander a 9-pitch walk. Blocklear was hit by a pitch to force the first run home. 2-1. Perdomo line drive caught by Turang at second base. The top of the second inning is finally over. Arizona scores 3 times. Brewers chasing a couple of runs. Collins, Jansen, and Perkins scheduled, and we come back. 3-1 Arizona. The Brewers Radio Network presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I think style, it's a very complicated thing. Custom cleats came when I earned the rights to wear custom cleats.
So I think without going out and being loud and saying this is who I am or whatever, you can just kind of wear a certain shoe or a glove or a batting glove or whatever, and it kind of shows who you are.
And what do we got? Oh, it's one of those parabolic mics. This is one of the sillier delays that I've seen. Gino Hackett off his heels a little high. It's airmailed into right field.
Heath at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That was awkward.
Trying a little trickeration. Nobody fell for it. It's worth a shot. Why not?
Oh, that's funny. Wait till they mass market them, like the Grimace.
Yeah.
there to protect your dreams.
Isaac Collins leads it off for the Brewers in the bottom half of the second inning. The Brewers chasing a couple of runs. Here's the pitch, and it's high and outside on Isaac Collins. 1 ball and no strikes. 3-run top of the second inning for Arizona. Brewers playing catch-up. Pitch to Collins is a strike. Somehow caught the corner. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Isaac. Brewers did not lose any ground in the division last night with a loss as the Cubs got pounded by the Giants. The final 13-3, something like that. We were leaving the ballpark. It was 3-1 Chicago. It was all Cubs, or all Giants rather, after that. 2-1. Big curveball misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. Danny Jansen to follow. Nabil Krismat ready, and his 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk, Ortho ASAP walk right in. There is a difference. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Well, Thursday, Labor Day weekend. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Getting ready for that long weekend. Pitch to Danny Jansen is a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. Whatever you may be doing. Maybe you're out in your car and doing some grocery shopping or getting those last-minute items ready for Labor Day Monday. The 0-1 is a ball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe you're doing some lawn care or taking care of your garden, or maybe just sitting on the back of your patio and tuning into the ball game. Appreciate you. 1-1 to Jansen is a ball off the outside corner with a changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good day to do any of those things. 68 degrees.
Perfection. Put your feet up. Relax. Let us put you to sleep. There's a line drive to left. A base hit for Danny Jansen. Collins puts on the brakes at second base. First and second, nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. And when I think about listening to baseball on the radio, outside and playing catch with Dad, or doing yard work, planting flowers, so that's how I remember listening to baseball games as a kid. I'm sure you were out on the tractor doing something and listening and farming at the same time.
Tons of that. A lot of either in the combine in September with my dad, or riding in the grain cart with my grandpa. That's who I listened to a lot of baseball with, was my grandpa.
Here's Blake Perkins, and he squares around the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike with a breaking ball.
We had a little transistor radio that he would put in his living room, and they lived 1 field across from us, so I could run through the field to get to my grandparents' house. And they would make popcorn, and we'd have RC Cola.
Here's a ground ball foul. RC Cola popcorn. Now, was the popcorn grown in that same field, the corn stalks, or did you have to go from a different field?
No, but it was one of those old school popcorn makers that, you know, you put the oil on it, and then it was amazing.
I bet it
Popcorn's never tasted like that again for me in my life.
Never. 0-2 on Blake Perkins. Krismat throws. And a fly ball into deep center field. Thomas is on the move. He is back there to make the catch up in the notch. Tagging and moving to third is Isaac Collins. Perkins hit it well, but Thomas had enough time to get underneath and make the catch. First out of the inning. And now Andrew Monasterio hits with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Monasterio, 7-game hitting streak for him, and a ground ball hit to third. It'll be Perdomo going to second for 1. On to first late, and the Brewers are going to get a run out of it. Monasterio hustling out of the box. Good thing he did. Otherwise, the Brewers don't get a run. The Brewers, are they taking a look at second base potentially? No, they are not. Monasterio beat it out, gets an RBI for his efforts, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Sal Frelick hit the home run to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Second leadoff homer of the year for him. And takes outside for ball one. Big curveball at 73 miles an hour. A reminder from your friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers. Distracted driving puts everyone at risk. Stay focused and drive safe. Pitch to Frelick, a fly ball into right center. Thomas back onto the warning track to make the catch. And the inning ends. A couple of deep drives against Krismat in this second inning, but both die at the warning track. We head to the third inning. It's a 3-2 Arizona lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Want to stay up to date with the crew?
Watch this, baby.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 450-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Oppo Taco.
I'm gonna guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a
home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack. You know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Play-by-play, here's Lane.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Corbin Carroll to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Carroll, Gurriel, and then Moreno to hit for the Diamondbacks here in the third. Quintana's first pitch missed outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Carroll. He struck him out looking back in the first. 0 for 1 today for the Diamondbacks right fielder. Quintana out of the windup, the 1-0 pitch. Missed down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Talking about growing up listening to baseball on the radio, and I was telling how I would go to my grandpa's house and we would sit and listen to it on this little radio. Quintana's 2-0 pitch, and that is flipped foul back behind home plate and out of play. It's 2-1. And it reminded me of a story. My cousin's name was Brett, and he was maybe 4 years older than me, and a lot of times we would hang out at my grandparents' house together, and we were listening to the Royals one day, the Kansas City Royals. 2-1. Pitch is a little high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And it was a day off for George Brett that day for Kansas City. And my grandpa is a little upset because the Royals are losing the game. 3-1 is fouled out of play, third base side. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We were very young. I was probably maybe 7 years old. And I remember my grandpa saying, well, of course they're losing. They need to get Brett in there. I thought he meant my cousin, who was like 11 years old, and I got really jealous, and I kind of cried a little bit. 3-2 pitch is inside. He walked him. So Carroll works a walk to lead off this third inning, and that'll bring Gurriel to the plate for the Diamondbacks. I think I went and hid in a closet crying. They had to talk me out of there. And then he explained, I wasn't talking about your cousin. You know, the Hall of Famer, the future Hall of Famer, George Brett, who was just in our booth on Sunday.
That's right.
Life comes at you fast.
First pitch to Gurriel is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 and a curveball on Gurriel.
I'm glad you you stopped to look around for a second. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Just finishing the line for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Ferris.
It's why we're a good team. Pick each other up. Is that to Cameron?
No, it's in a monologue. He's talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Life comes at you pretty fast. You don't stop and look around.
That's right. It's early.
Yeah.
In the movie that
Mm-hmm.
Runner at first, nobody out. Quintana kicks, delivers, pitches outside, and it's 1-1 strike. Missed with the changeup. It's hard for me to think of that movie and not think of all the sound effects.
On the keyboard?
Yeah. And then he plays the song with the sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
Toss to first and back in time is Corbin Carroll.
You know, the funny thing is I could actually do that. I remember the tune. No, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do it in the break. I can't do it now because the sound effects are not appropriate.
Well, they're kind of the 1-1. There goes the runner. Pitch is low and no throw from Jansen. Didn't look like he got it clean on the exchange, so it's a stolen base for Corbin Carroll. And he's got himself into scoring position here with nobody out. 2-1 strike on Gurriel. The sounds are kind of digestive.
Yes, they are.
I guess would be the best way to describe that. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Had a curveball down below the zone. It's 2 strikes here on Gurriel.
Oh my gosh, you're dying?
2-2 pitch. Down and in the dirt. Smothered nicely by Jansen. That was the changeup. The count is full. 3 strikes. How many kids tried to pull that off after that movie came out, right?
So many. For so many years.
Gave a lot of kids a lot of wrong ideas. Made it look, easier than it would have been anyway. 3-2 here on Gurriel. Quintana looks back at second. And now wheels back that way without a throw, and Carroll back to the bag. It is a 3-2 Diamondbacks lead here in the top of the third. Gurriel with just his second hit of the series back in the second inning to lead off that inning for the Diamondbacks. And he took high. Didn't miss by a lot. That was a borderline pitch at the very top of the zone. But now back-to-back walks, and this is a little bit more like what we saw from Jose when he first came off the injured list earlier this year. As Jeff told you at the very beginning of the broadcast, the walks have been down for Jose, but he's walked 3 today now, and he's also hit a batter, and that's been a part of the struggle. So first and second, nobody out, and here's Gabriel Moreno. Quintana looks at second, and the pitch, and this ball is hit in the air to deep center. Perkins tracking it onto the warning track. He's got room to make the play. Makes the catch. Carroll will tag from second on his way to third, and now runners on the corners with 1 out. So ballpark held it. Moreno gave it a ride, but to one of the deepest parts of the park. And a little work to do still with Blaze Alexander coming to the plate. Here's a club you're going to want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app. It opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Download the Club Citgo app today. Alexander walked and scored back in the second inning. His one hit in this series, a pretty big one. That was the big home run yesterday as the Diamondbacks won 3-2. First offering is high, and it's 1 and no strikes. And coincidentally, that is the score right now. Diamondbacks leading 3-2, but top of the third inning. Quintana, again, like he was in the second inning, is hunting a ground ball and an infielder. 1-0 pitch, missed away with a curveball. It goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
Brewers could use some length out of Quintana here today, but the pitch count is climbing. 63 pitches so far from Jose. 2-0 pitch. And that missed high. 3 balls and no strikes. And it does feel like this is a really tight zone today. Most of these borderline pitches are going the way of the hitter. It'll pay to be patient today with James Jean's strike zone. 3-0 pitch is hit foul and out of play down the first base line. Alexander was going on 3-0 and went after that pitch. It was a strike on the lower outside corner with a sinker. It's 3-1 on Blaze Alexander. Quintana looks in and now tosses to first softly, and back in time is Gurriel. It's a pitching matchup today that features 2 Colombian-born pitchers, Quintana and Nabil Crismat. 3-1, and that missed in with a sinker, and the bases are loaded. 3 walks in the inning for Quintana, and Chris Hook is on his way out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. And while Chris Hook is out there to chat with Quintana, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Jeff Levering and Kent Sommerfeld. Lane Grindle with you here this afternoon from American Family Field. It is 3-2 Diamondbacks, but Arizona has loaded the bases with 1 out. And Chris Hook is out there to chat with Jose Quintana. James Jean finally out there to break up the conversation and making sure he brings Danny Jansen back with him to the plate after that mound visit from the Brewers pitching coach. And now Quintana will have to face Tyler Locklear. So a little trouble again for the second consecutive inning for Jose. Locklear acquired in the Suarez deal. First pitch swinging, fouls it back and out of play, and it's 0-1. Right-handed hitter. 0 for 2 in the series. Drove in a run back in that second inning when he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So he's hitting with the bases loaded for the second time today. And he takes a changeup that just missed low and away. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That is low. Good job blocking that changeup down in the dirt by Jansen. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Pat Murphy clapping his hands in the dugout, trying to encourage Quintana to find it here. Falling behind pretty consistently, and again he's walked 3 in the inning and 4 in the game. 2-1, and that missed low with a sinker. 3 balls and 1 strike. These aren't big misses, but that one was definitely low according to the box. And the Diamondbacks, I think, have taken the approach of we're going to keep the bat on our shoulder for the most part. 3-1, and it's a chopper up the middle, backhanded by Terang. Throws across his body to first in time to get Locklear. The run will score from third in the form of Corbin Carroll. But another platinum glove effort for Bryce Terang to get an out of it. Wow.
It's an incredible play, Lane, because it was deflected first and foremost by Quintana on its way out towards second base. He was essentially where a shortstop would normally play, and he just threw that on the run with a jump throw and had plenty to get Locklear.
That's just an incredible play. Only play that he really had as well. And now here's Alec Thomas. And Thomas takes outside with a sinker. It's 1-0. So second and third now for the Diamondbacks. And the Brewers dugout starting to bark a little bit at James Jean, who barks right back at him. 2 outs in the inning now. Quintana looks at second. And the 1-0 pitch to Alek Thomas. That missed low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Quintana with a chance to try to minimize the damage here in this third. If he could get out of it with just the 1 run allowed, that would be ideal. 2-0. And missed outside. Sinker at 91. 3 balls and no strikes. And Quintana just having a hard time dialing in the strike zone. He's not getting a lot of help behind the plate from James Jean either. 3-0 pitch. And that is a strike. Might have got a little help that time. That one was borderline on the outside edge. It's maybe the first 50-50 ball that has gone Quintana's way. He's thrown 27 pitches in this inning after throwing 35 in the second inning. 3-1. Here's the pitch. And Thomas hits it foul back behind home plate and out of play. Just to the left of where we sit. And the count is full. It's 3-2. Three-two pitch, and that one's hit foul, third base side. Stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes on the speedy Alek Thomas. Ildemaro Vargas in the on-deck circle. It is a 4-2 Diamondbacks lead after the RBI ground out from Locklear a batter ago. 3-2 pitch, and a flare into right, long run for Frelick. He won't get there. 2 runs are going to score, and it is 6-2 Arizona. It was not hit hard by Alek Thomas, just served that ball into right. Frelick playing the other way, racing in, couldn't get to it, and it's a 3-run inning for Arizona, their second 3-run inning in a row. And now Thomas at first with 2 outs and Vargas coming to the plate. So look at the production at the bottom of this order for Arizona so far in this game. Vargas, who's at the plate, the 9-hitter, already with a 2-run single in this game. And Vargas takes down and in with a changeup. It's 1-0.
4 walks in the game, Lane. All have scored.
Yeah. So actually all 6 runs have been driven in by the 7, 8, 9 spots today for Arizona. 1-0 pitch. This is a high fly ball into left center. Racing in is Blake Perkins. He takes charge and makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Jose Quintana had 80 pitches through 3 innings here this afternoon, and the Diamondbacks out to a 6-2 lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
to the third inning. At our hometown bank, you're on the team that's winning. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
It is a 6-2 Diamondbacks lead, but it is early. Bottom of the third inning for the Crew. Caleb Durbin to lead things off for the Brewers against Krismat. Krismat brings home the first pitch to Durbin, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel three-bagger in the third contest. Seth Winrich from Toma is our contestant today. 0-1 is in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Already have had a triple in this game from Bryce Terang back in the first inning. Oh-2 pitch to Durbin. A swing and a miss. Curveball down and away. Durbin went after it. And Krismat with his second strikeout of the afternoon. One away for William Contreras. Seth will win a Potawatomi prize package if a member of the Crew hits a triple this inning. Visit WTMJ.com to enter and for official contest rules. Krismat out of the windup. First pitch to Contreras is a fly ball foul and out of play down the right field line. And it's 0-1. Diamondbacks have plated 3 runs in each of the last 2 innings to grab this 6-2 lead. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball and rolled over towards third. Bobbled by Alexander, and Contreras is going to find himself at first. Alexander was charging it. It was going to be a difficult play, but a play that he could make if he fields it cleanly. Cutting in front of the shortstop Perdomo, ranging to his glove side. He just didn't field it cleanly. It'll likely be an error on Alexander. It is. And the Brewers have a base runner here with one away for Bryce Terang. Krismat brings home the pitch, and Bryce showing bunt, pulls the bat back and takes low. It's 1-0. Brewers have 3 hits in this game. Got a couple of those in the first inning. A leadoff home run from Frelick in the bottom of the first, then the triple from Terang. Jansen with the single in the second inning. 1-0 pitch, and Bryce, a liner through the right side and into right field. Contreras turns second on his way to third, and the Brewers have him on the corners with one away. Terang is 2 for 2 today. What a season he's putting together for Bryce Terang. It is really incredible stuff. You heard Vinny Rottino with us during the pregame show saying if he continues at this pace through September, he could see Bryce Terang getting some MVP votes, maybe down ballot. But when you factor in the defense and everything else, the base running, it's easy to understand why. So here's Andrew Vaughn. First offering to Vaughn is a little high, and it's 1-0. This is a day where you're down 6-2 early, but with the strike zone the way it is and the feel of this game, there is a long way to go in this contest. 1-0. And this is a fly ball into shallow left. Going out is the shortstop Perdomo. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down now for Isaac Collins. Remember, the Brewers erased, I believe, an 8-0 deficit last year in this ballpark against the Diamondbacks late in the season. These two teams have both had a lot of comebacks against each other over the last couple of years. And this one feels like it might be the Brewers' turn to put together a charge as this game goes along after falling behind early. Krismat brings home the first pitch to Collins. He takes a curveball low. It's 1-0. Collins walked and scored back in the second inning. Brewers have scored in each inning so far. Contreras is at third, Terang at first. The pitch, a curveball for a strike, and it's 1-1. Now one caught the low outside corner to Collins. Krismat comes set, and the 1-1 swing and a miss. Chased a changeup away, and it's 1-2. No dental insurance, but you need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. Here's Matt's 1-2 is down in the dirt. It gets away from Moreno, and Terang will move up 90 feet on a wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Collins. Now both runners in scoring position. And now just a little bloop could get you within 2 runs. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Isaac. Here's the pitch. And Collins, a chopper but foul at the first base line. And the at-bat will continue. That was the 5th pitch of this sequence. Danny Jansen awaits in the on-deck circle if Collins can extend this inning. Prismat looks at second. And the 2-2 pitch. And Collins, a ground ball back up the middle into right center field for a base hit. Contreras is in. Terang around third. He will score. And the Brewers get 2 back here in the bottom of the 3rd. It is 6-4 Arizona. A 2-run single for Isaac Collins. His 3rd hit of this homestand. And he has made his 3 hits count during this homestand. Brewers come right back at the Diamondbacks in no shutdown inning for Arizona after the 3-run top of the 3rd. Here's Jansen. First pitch, a breaking ball on the inside edge for a strike, and it's 0-1. Collins with RBIs number 45 and number 46. Toss to first, and Collins back in time. That error looms large now in this inning for the Brewers. On Blaze Alexander, the Diamondbacks' 3rd baseman, to Contreras with 1 out. 0-1 to Jansen, breaking ball. He checked on a curveball that missed in. And it's 1-1. Six to 4 Arizona. It has been a wild one already here today. It's had that feel from the start. 1-1 pitch. Jansen took a strike, and a wide strike. That hasn't been a strike today. Maybe a baseball off the plate away. 1-2 on Jansen. Here's the pitch. And Jansen rips one foul down the 3rd baseline. We'll do it again at 1-2. Put a stamp on summer and join the Brewers Labor Day game on Monday. $1 hot dog day. Crew and the Phillies capping off the long weekend. Enjoy those $1 dogs all game long. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets. 1-2 pitch. Jansen got a piece of it. Fouled it off the end of the bat over near the Brewers dugout. Stays at 1-2. Brewers have actually out-hit the Diamondbacks in this game 5-4. It's been the walks that have been the bigger issue for Quintana. Collins still at first, the 1-2 pitch. And a fly ball into center. Racing in is Alec Thomas, the center fielder. Camps underneath of it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Brewers able to get 2 on a couple of hits. There was an error and a man left. We go to the 4th inning, 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller Lite, the legend.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
American Family Field. Ketel Marte will lead things off against Jose Quintana. Quintana had 80 pitches through the first 3 innings. Safe to say the bullpens will factor into this one today. And the first offering to Marte is outside with a sinker. 1-0. Finale of this series. Brewers take 2 of the first 3. Marte inside it, hit him. So another base runner for the Diamondbacks. This is the 3rd inning in a row where the leadoff man has reached for Arizona. 2nd hit batter. So 4 walks and 2 hit batters now for Jose Quintana in this game. And the Brewers have Tobias Myers getting loose in that bullpen. So here's Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 2 so far today for Perdomo. Quintana brings home the pitch and misses down and away with a changeup. It's 1-0. Just consistently falling behind. We've said a couple of times it's a fairly conservative strike zone, but Jose has struggled in terms of strike throwing regardless of the zone. Pitch is a strike on the outside edge, and it's 1-1.
84 pitches, 42 strikes, 42 balls.
Yeah.
Not the ratio you want to have.
Marte at first, being held on by Vaughn. And the 1-1. And Perdomo took a strike right down the middle of the sinker. 1-2. Now, Jose's a guy that has to be able to work on the edges to be effective. He doesn't throw 97 or 98 miles an hour. And so when you're not getting those calls on the edges, and when you're not as sharp as normal, this is sometimes what can happen. 1-2. This is hit in the air to right. Frelick racing in and to his left, nearing the line, makes the catch in fair territory for the first out of the inning. 1 away for Corbin Carroll. When you try to get a little too fine, sometimes the margin for error is smaller. And that's kind of been the case so far here today in this start for Jose Quintana. So here's Carroll, who has struck out and walked today. Lefty versus lefty. Quintana's pitch. Missed low and away with a breaking ball. It's 1-0. Quintana looks in. Comes set and brings home the 1-0 pitch. That's right through there for a strike on a 2-seam fastball. It is 1-1. 6-4 Diamondbacks, top of the 4th inning. Quintana working with a little traffic again. He had a 1-2-3 first inning, but the bases have been busy ever since. Toss to first and back in time is Marte. Carroll at the plate now. Gurriel in the on deck circle for Arizona as Myers continues to get loose in the Brewers bullpen. The 1-1. And that missed a little bit low and away with that curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike on Carroll. This could be the end of the road for Quintana. With Gurriel in the on deck circle and Myers certainly ready out there in the bullpen. 2-1. And that one's popped up on the infield. Durbin, the third baseman, coming in and making the catch just to the left as we see it from the pitcher's mound. That's a big second out recorded by Jose Quintana. It may earn him another batter if Pat Murphy wants to try to squeeze one more out of him. Gurriel steps into the batter's box, and it will be Quintana to face him. Marte still standing at first. Gurriel has not been retired in this game. First pitch to him is the sinker that missed outside. It's 1-0. Base hit and a run scored in the second inning. Walked and came around and scored in the third inning. Quintana's 1-0 pitch. And that missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
don't have it right at my fingertips, but would love to see the first pitch strike percentage for Jose Quintana, especially over these last 3 innings. Feels like he starts every at bat in a 1-0 or 2-0 hole. 2-0 pitch to Gurriel. Swing and a miss. He took a massive cut at a sinker at the bottom of the zone at 90. Almost swung out of his shoes, did Gurriel. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Quintana trying to put up a 0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Keep this at a 6-4 deficit for the Brewers. He hit the first batter, but retired Perdomo and Carroll. He's been more effective against the top of this order than any other part of the order today for Arizona. 2-1. And that missed down and in with a sinker. 3 balls and 1 strike on Gurriel. 94 pitches now for Jose. He had been in such a good spot over the month of August, pitching so well. His last 6 starts have been really effective for Quintana. 3-1. And this one is a soft liner into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Marte turns second on his way to third. And they've got runners on the corners with 2 outs now. And that is going to be it for Jose Quintana. Pat Murphy pops up out of the dugout. And he will take the ball from his veteran left-hander. U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. They're proud to support the Brew Crew. When the game is on, don't miss your chance to turn off ringers and cheer for dingers. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Tobias Myers coming into this game. Diamondbacks have runners on the corners and 2 outs. It's a 6-4 Diamondbacks lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from U.S. Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Tobias Myers takes over on the mound for the Brewers. Diamondbacks have runners on the corners with 2 outs. It is a 6-4 Arizona lead. And Gabriel Moreno coming to the plate for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2 today. Base hit back in the 2nd inning. 3 hits in the series for Moreno. Had last night off. Myers brings home the first pitch, and that's right through there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tobias making his 14th appearance of the year, 1-1 with a 4.50 ERA. Trying to get the Brewers out of this jam here in the top of the 4th. A 1 pitch that missed inside. It's 1-1. This has been a long stretch. You've heard us talk about 19 games in 18 days. Then you couple in the injuries the Brewers have absorbed. 1-1 pitch. That caught the inside corner with a cutter. And it's 1-2. And that's made this stretch even that much more challenging for the Brewers. And they still don't have an off day until Tuesday. 1-2 pitch. Just missed. A touch off the plate away with a fastball at 93. It's 2-2. You have a feeling even if the Brewers win every game from this point forward through this stretch, when they get to Tuesday, it's going to be like somebody that was shipwrecked finding dry land. A much needed and a well earned off day for this team. The pitch missed high. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody knew when the schedule was released that this was going to be a challenging stretch. Then you added an extra game into it because of that rainout down at Wrigley. 3-2 pitch. And fouled out of play first base side. Riel was moving on the pitch. Has to go back to first. We'll do it again at 3-2. And the Brewers now starting to see the end come into focus a little bit. Have to leave the country first. 3-2. A broken bat, pop up, shallow right. Terang racing out there, calling everybody off, makes the catch, and the inning is over. A good job by Tobias Myers to keep it right where it was. 6-4 Diamondbacks as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Carbless is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktail, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless, less is more. Blake Perkins to lead things off against Chrismat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 6-4 Diamondbacks lead. Blake today flied to center on a deep fly ball back in the 2nd inning. Pitch from Chrismat misses low with a fastball. It's 1-0. Going to be a lot of pitches thrown in this game. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Chrismat has actually been semi-efficient considering he's given up 4 runs and 5 hits today. 1-1 missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Pitch number 153 just thrown.
That's very good math on the fly for you.
Well, we were at 50.
Ground ball to first. Big hop to the first baseman Locklear, and he will flip to Chrismat to retire Perkins for the first out.
Chrismat was at 50 pitches. Quintana was at 95. Pretty easy there. And then Myers had thrown just 7 to that point.
I do appreciate
round numbers.
I do appreciate how you understand that you have to speak slowly when you use numbers with me.
Follow the dancing ball.
Here's Andrew Monasterio. First pitch to him is high and inside, and it's 1-0. Chrismat, 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball dropped in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. What was the game yesterday? It was a day game, one of the getaway days. I think it was the Nationals game. There were 70 pitches in an inning.
Oh boy.
1-1. And this is a liner, but right at the second baseman Marte, who squeezes it for the second out of the inning.
Nationals, Yankees?
Yeah, I believe the Nationals threw 70 pitches in one inning.
Oh, that would have been the third, a 9-run third inning. Sure.
As a staff.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Cavalli and Ogasawara.
Seen them both. Pitch to Frelick's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Nats having some struggles. 0-1 pitch. Frelick a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Sal 1 for 2 today. That solo home run back in the first, his 10th of the season. Chris Matt working out of the windup here. And the 0-2 to Sal. Chopper foul, first base side. Stays at 0-2. Brewers honored Sergeant First Class Stephanie Fendry. 15 years of service in the U.S. Army. 7 deployments. A combat medic. Earlier today on the dugout. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. 0-2 is high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Find the coverage you need and the health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. 1-2 on Frelick. Krismet out of the windup, brings home the pitch, and a chopper foul, and that got a piece of Frelick, and he is down in the batter's box right now in a little bit of pain. Now he gets up, now hunched over a little bit, trying to walk this one out. Brad Epstein, the trainer, is out to check on Sal. Ooh, right above the ankle it looked like, almost where the shin and ankle meet on that front leg. Nothing fun about where that made contact.
Just above the tongue of the shoe.
Stays at 1-2. Sal back in there. Krismet brings home the pitch, and that missed outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sal trying to battle back into this count after falling behind 0-2. 2-2 pitch. That missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Frelick trying to get Durbin to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 pitch. And a chopper foul again over by the Brewers dugout. Sal stays alive. It's a long battle here. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat between Krismet and Frelick. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And a liner, and it's off the glove of the third baseman Alexander and trickles into left. It'll be a base hit for Frelick, his 2nd hit of the day. Alexander tried to time that jump perfectly. I think he timed it actually pretty well. He just couldn't make the catch after he left his feet. And it does extend the inning to Caleb Durbin. I want to say hello today to Ron Ropel, a retired Milwaukee police officer, U.S. Army veteran. Pitch is bunted up the third baseline by Durbin. Alexander barehands it, throws to first. Oh, he got him. He's made some nice plays over at third over the course of the game here today, and Durbin put down a pretty good bunt, and Alexander took it away from him. Ron celebrating his 90th birthday and is at the ballpark today. He was at the airport to welcome the team back in April 1970 when the Pilots moved to Milwaukee. Happy birthday.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
The fifth is on. Here's Jeff. Thanks, Lane. A big swing and a miss from Blaze Alexander from Tobias Myers, who is back to work. Got the final out of the fourth inning. 6-4 Arizona. Pair of 3-run innings. The Diamondbacks against Jose Quintana as Alexander swings through another fastball from Myers at 96, and it's 0-2. Alexander's walked twice, scored twice. All of the runs batted in coming from the bottom third of the order for the Diamondbacks. Locklear's got 2, Thomas has 2, and Vargas has 2. Top of the order hasn't done much of anything. No hits from batters 1 through 3 for Arizona. 0-2, just missed. I'm telling you, there's a force field on those corners today for James Jean. That pitch was maybe a seam outside. Pretty good pitch. 1-2 on Alexander. The delivery. Liner right center. That'll be a base hit. Perkins cuts the ball off. Alexander trying to turn it into 2. Here comes the throw, and he's going to be safe. Ball gets away from Monasterio. Myers is back in the play up. Perkins took a couple extra steps as he fielded that ball, thinking that Alexander, there's no way he's going to try and take 2, but he did. It's a leadoff double for Blaze Alexander after the previous pitch missed by the width of a seam. Alexander doubles on the very next pitch. Leadoff man on for a 4th straight inning for Arizona. Tyler Locklear, a hit by pitch and a ground out. He's driven in 2 runs. All of his at-bats have come with the bases loaded. And the first pitch home is a fly ball to center. Back goes Perkins. Still back onto the warning track. He will leap, and he caught it! He took a home run away from Tyler Locklear. Tagging and moving over to third is Alexander, but Perkins takes 2 runs off the board as he robs yet another homer. That ball was gone, and Perkins, who had 3 home run robberies a year ago, just got his first of 2025. He is so good at that as he was on his way back towards the notch in deep center field. Even had time to look to see where he was on the warning track. Jumped and made the play. It was perfect. So 1 away, infield up for Thomas, and he will take low with a splitter. 1 ball to no strikes.
I don't know how you can make a home run robbery look easy, but Blake Perkins just did. It wasn't.
Incredible play by Perkins. Again, tracking it all the way. Thomas swings and misses at another splitter, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He is so good at that. 1-1 coming back. Swing and a miss. Another splitter. That's 3 straight splitters from Tobias Myers, and Thomas is down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Myers, trying to pitch for a strikeout. Take some of the momentum of that home run robbery from Blake Perkins. Infield is up. Brewers are down by 2 in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch. Check swing, didn't go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas, a 2-run single back in the 3rd inning. Just a flare that fell. 2-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. 97-mile-an-hour fastball down and in. Count remains at 2-2. Quick vibe check. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. 2-2 to Thomas. Hammered foul off his front foot. Vibes would be really good if Tobias Myers can put a 0 up in this inning. Thomas in the series 6 out of 14. Left-handed batter waits for Myers, who's into his stretch. Another 2-2. Fouled away again through another splitter. He's thrown 7 pitches in this at bat. 6 have been split finger fastballs. He's thrown just 1 true fastball. Coming back again. Down and in. Yank that fastball at 98. Tobias coming out of the bullpen. Extra giddy up on that fastball. As a starter, 90-94. Out of the pen, he's been 96-98. 3-2. Struck him out with a fastball. He blew him away with 98 that time. 2 away. Runner at third base for the number 9 hitter, Ildemaro Vargas. So the home run robbery off the bat of Locklear. Now the strikeout of Thomas. And there's light at the end of the tunnel for Tobias Myers. Vargas, a 2-run single in the second inning. Also flied to center in the third. Both from the right side of the plate. He's hitting left-handed now and takes a first pitch strike at the knees. Now for the home plate umpire, there have been some strikes at the bottom of the zone that have been available, but the vertical limits of the zone, the 2 corners, no chance. The 0-1. Hit out in front of home plate. Jansen picks it up, throws to first, and Myers puts up a 0 in the 5th inning. Part of the order coming up for Milwaukee: Contreras, Terang, and Vaughn. 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Back to work in this bottom of the 5th inning. William Contreras takes a first pitch ball from Nabil Krismat. 1-0 the count. 2-run deficit for the Brewers. 6-4 Arizona. 1-0 pitches inside. 2 balls and no strikes. William Contreras reached on the air that started the 2-run rally in the 3rd. It was Blaze Alexander that booted the ball. See if the Brewers can take some advantage of that momentum shift. Contreras takes low. 3 balls, no strikes. Blake Perkins robbing a home run in the 5th inning. Keeps it at a 2-run game. 3-0 pitch coming. And it's a strike right down the middle. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 69 pitches for Nabil Krismat. Rocks and deals. Hit foul, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Came back again with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Game 4 of the series. Brewers trailing by a pair. 3-2 pitch. Liner into right, a base hit for Contreras. Tying run coming up. And it's Bryce Terang, who's 2 for 2 already. A triple and a single. No action in that Arizona bullpen. That D-backs bullpen has been worked a ton in this series. Remember in game 1, Bryce Jarvis had to finish the game after the starter Eduardo Rodriguez, which is 2 1/3. And Jarvis with the final 5 2/3. Terang, 2 more hits today. Here's the pitch. And it is a wide strike. That hadn't been there all day for James Jean. It's 0-1 on Terang. 11-game hitting streak. 0-1. Rolled to first base. That's a fair ball. No play at second. Locklear will tag the bag at first base and retire Terang. Runner in scoring position. 3 unassisted on ground ball. And now it's Vaughn. Vaughn trying to find the stroke again. He is 8 for his last 45 at the plate. And has driven in just 3 runs in that time, spanning the last dozen games. He wasn't going to hit 400 for the rest of the season, but man, was it fun to watch him for a month. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. He'll find it again. He's been awfully consistent over the course of his time with the Brewers. And even when he's been getting out, it's a lot of hard contact. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball right center. Got it off the end of the bat slightly. Contreras back the tag. Carroll makes the catch, and Contreras will end up at third base. Vaughn, another one that he just missed. Had a good pitch to hit. Tried to keep his weight back. Missed the sweet spot. 2 outs, runner at third for Isaac Collins. He has walked and singled back up the middle to score a couple of runs. August and September mean crunch time for pennant races. It also means you get 2 months of great grilling before summer fades into fall. Don't miss a great day of grilling with Usingers, because you'll enjoy every bite. Collins, line drive in the left center field, going to hang up for Alec Thomas, who'll come over and make the catch. And that ends the Brewers' half of the 5th inning. Usingers in baseball, it's just not summer without them. Brewers trailing 6-4 as we go to the 6th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Sixth inning in Milwaukee, and the Diamondbacks have a 6-4 lead over the Brewers. Ketel Marte 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, faces Tobias Myers for the first time, and Marte takes a strike on the corner. Perdomo to follow, and Corbin Carroll due up third in the inning. Top 3 in the order for Arizona. Marte fouls it away. Combined 0 for 7 so far this afternoon between the top 3 in the order. Jose Quintana's final line, very different from what it was the first time he faced the Diamondbacks this year. His Brewers debut in 7 scoreless innings and allowed just 4 hits. 0-2. Marte flips it into left for a base hit. An 0-2 single for Ketel Marte. Quintana 3 2/3, 6 runs on 5 hits. Walked 4, struck out 2. In the month of August, it was a grand total for Quintana of 9 runs allowed prior to that start today. He gives up 6 this afternoon. Brewers bullpen try and keep the Brewers in it as Perdomo is at the plate. First pitch to him is yanked, fouled on the first baseline.
This is the 5th consecutive inning the Diamondbacks have had their leadoff man aboard.
Well, didn't score in the 4th, didn't score in the 5th. Let's hope that that's the case in the 6th. Keep the Brewers close. Perdomo, the only D-back that has not reached base today. He's popped up, lined out, and flied out. 0-1 outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Geraldo Perdomo. Brewers hitting the road, going to Toronto after the ball game. Take on the Blue Jays. 3-game series over the weekend. 1-1 is a ball, slightly low. 2 balls and a strike. Freddie Peralta against Shane Bieber tomorrow. Quinn Priester, Kevin Gausman, game 2. Brandon Woodruff, Max Scherzer, game 3. Perdomo hits it off the end of the bat foul. You like pitching? Those 3 matchups will be must watch, must listen.
That is fun. Not for the hitters, but for everybody else.
It's going to be a tough weekend to hit. 2-2 on Perdomo. Myers throws, And it's hit down the right field line. This is headed towards the corner. It is a foul ball. Just foul down the right field line. First base umpire Manny Gonzalez was on the call. Torey Lovullo looking in to see if they want to challenge the play. And now Torey Lovullo is going to ask for the umpires to get together. You have to make a decision on whether to challenge it or not.
He's asking if this can be a crew chief review for a home run or if it got out of play.
It bounced on the warning track.
Yeah, I think he's asking if it bounced and then went out of play for an automatic double, can it still be a crew chief review and he doesn't have to use his review?
Well, anything past the bases is available to review. Fair foul.
He doesn't want to lose his,
right?
I think is what his point is.
Yeah.
So he's trying to use a loophole here.
Corey Blazer is saying no, it's not going to be you can't crew chief review it. So Torey Lovullo says fine, I won't challenge it then. It was close, but Manny Gonzalez got the call right.
That tells you that he wasn't very confident they were going to win the review.
Can you guys just take a look at this just in case? I mean, I don't really want to challenge it, but can you just take a look just for a second? Pretty please. 2-2 pitch. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's what that felt like. Definitely a challengeable call. 3-2 the count on Perdomo. The pitch, runner takes off, and it's fouled away. Well, even though it wasn't a replay review, all replay reviews are brought to you by your friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Take another look outside your window. If you feel like you need some new windows or even doors, call them up. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. 3-2 pitch, runner goes again, fouled away again. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. Long sequence with Geraldo Perdomo. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Myers trying to win it. Nobody loosening in the Brewers' pen. 3-2. Runner goes again. Swing and a fly ball hit into right. Back goes Frelick. He's onto the warning track. He's at the wall. Jumping, and he caught it! Sal Frelick fires it into Bryce Terang, and back to first goes Ketel Marte. Well, it was Perkins' last inning. Now Sal Frelick. That ball would not have been out of the ballpark. It definitely would have hit off the top of the fence. But Frelick saving extra bases from Geraldo Perdomo. Man, this Brewers outfield could play some defense. Perkins in center. Frelick in right. 2 straight innings with great plays. Corbin Carroll is at the plate, and he takes strike 1 at the knees at 96. Frelick was stalking that ball all the way. Felt where the wall was, made a last-ditch effort to jump, pulled it down. Carroll takes high with a cut fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Team Gold Glove a year ago, not just because they make the extraordinary play, make a lot of routine plays. They convert outs consistently. 1-1, a wave and a miss and a splitter. It's 1-2. That's where the Brewers have to be so much better than everybody else. They have to convert outs, cannot give other offenses 4 and 5 outs an inning. 1-2 pitch. Just missed. Man. And James Jean is hearing it from the Brewers dugout. He's saying that's enough. All day it's been that way. And that was strike 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Corbin Carroll. The pitch, ground ball first base. Vaughn has it, goes to second. That's 1 on to first. Safe. Close play at first. We'll see if the Brewers want to challenge it. That's a big out at first base, and they will challenge this play over at first. Try and get out of this inning with a double play.
I think they got him, too.
Well, here's the other part. Is Arizona going to try and look at the play at second base, too? We're going to have a double challenge.
Milwaukee is challenging the safe call at first base.
So the Brewers are challenging the play at first. Looked like Torey Lovullo might take a look at second base, but he will not. So we'll see if Corbin Carroll is out at first base, and I think they got him.
Yeah. I think they got him. It's really close, but the way it was defined to us when we went to New York 4 years ago, that should be an out.
Yep. Ball doesn't have to be in the back of the glove. It just needs to be around the cylinder of the glove, and that seems to be an out with his foot not on the base. And the Brewers infielders are now leaving the area. Here's the call.
After review, the call to the field is overturned. The runner is out. Milwaukee will retain the challenge.
Good call, New York. Good challenge, Pat Murphy. Brewers get the double play. Bottom of the sixth is on the way. It's 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Come on!
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker.
And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting.
And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Financing. Queen Sealy mattress just $199. Shop Steinhafels in store and on steinhafels.com.
Brewers still trailing by a score of 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Danny Jansen set to lead it off for the Brewers against Nabil Crismatt, who is still in the ball game. There is action in the D-backs bullpen. Jalen Beeks, tough lefty, getting ready. Brewers haven't seen him yet in the series. First pitch from Crismatt. It is up and in for ball one on Danny Jansen. Sixth inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant today is Wes Cannon from Franklin. The candidate for the name of the year is Jansen. It's a fly ball to left. Gurriel under it and makes the catch. One up and one down in the sixth inning. Wes Cannon. I feel like he deserves a 6-shooter. Or at least a part 10-gallon hat. Yeah, 10-gallon hat, or as a bit actor in Varsity Blues. Wes Cannon. Wes Cannon from Franklin. Gift card jackpot of $100 if a Brewer hits a home run in the inning. $100 will be added in total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman store to enter service and savings. That's Woodman's.
I had a dream last night we were playing Bangvale.
Perkins took a strike. It's a 10. 0-1 from Crismatt. That's low. Brewers have had a home run robbery from Blake Perkins and an extra base hit robbery from Sal Frelick tonight defensively. Those were 10s. 1-1. That's hit into left. Back goes Gurriel onto the warning track. It makes the catch. 2 away. Before Monasterio hits, 10 seconds, station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld. Tweeter's back there too. Jeff Levering with you. Here's Andrew Monasterio and a check swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 on Andrew.
Billy Bob and his dog. It's a pig. Whatever.
0-1 from Krismat. It is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beeks is ready in the bullpen. That may be for Sal Frelick, who's on deck. One coming back, and a swing and a miss. Good changeup from Krismat. He's thrown a ton of strikes today. That is what you can really hang your hat on for Nabil Krismat. Just 1 walk in 5 2/3 innings. And the pitch, line down the left field line. This one's got some hook on it. It is a fair ball and up against the corner. Andrew Monasterio with another extra base hit. 4 straight games with an extra base hit, and he's had a hit in 8 straight ball games. Filling in quite nicely for Joey Ortiz. Well, he has been on the injured list. Monasterio gets on base. Sal Frelick is coming up. Torey Lovello, it would appear, is going to make a pitching change. Gets a piece of information from one of his coaches, and he is on his way out to go make a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. U.S. Cellular, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with us mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Jalen Beeks, left-hander, coming in. He'll face Sal Frelick on the other side of this break. It's 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider,
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Brewers have the tying run coming to the plate against Jalen Beeks. In for the first time in the series, 51st overall appearance for him, an ERA of .399. The Brewers get their bullpen moving. Beeks been around a while, originally in the Red Sox organization. The Brewers have seen him with Tampa Bay. Here's the first pitch to Frelick, and it misses outside, ball 1. Frelick, a homer, a base hit, and a fly out to center. He's the tying run in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Chopper foul, first base side. Count evens at a ball and the strike. Shelby Miller starting to play catch in the Brewers' pen. Tobias Myers, 2 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Allowed a couple of hits. Had some great defense behind him from Perkins and Frelick. But zeros, that's the key. 1-1 pitch. Frelick took it inside through a changeup. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Liner, shallow center. Thomas is coming on and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. Brewers got the double from Monasterio, leave him in scoring position. Seventh inning on the way. 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
It's Quick Trips Around the Bases contest with Old Wisconsin. One in.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Moreno, Alexander, the trio scheduled to hit for the Diamondbacks here in the 7th. Myers has pitched wonderfully out of the bullpen. 2 1/3 of scoreless baseball so far. He's got some help from his defense. And here's a fly ball. Right center field. Tracking it is Perkins. Less dramatic. He had to step in front of the wall to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Thought maybe off the bat we were going to have another play right at the wall, but Perkins had plenty of room. Routine as it comes for Blake Perkins. One away for Gabriel Moreno.
Alert the presses. Leadoff batter retired.
Yeah, first time since the first inning that the Brewers have done that. Moreno is 1 for 3 in this game. Right-handed hitting catcher. Pitch is brought home, and it's in there for a strike 0-1. Really like the job Tobias Myers has done today, and just in this role in general for the Brewers. This is really valuable with no DL Hall available to the crew. 0-1 is flipped foul back behind home plate, and it's quickly 0-2 on Moreno. And the best thing he's done is throwing strikes. And he gets some swing and miss with that splitter, especially to lefties. He's been a really valuable part of this pitching staff over the last couple of weeks. Time is called as Moreno steps out of the box momentarily and now climbs back in there. Myers 0-2 pitch. And just missed below the strike zone with a splitter. That is a very tough pitch to take for Moreno. It's 1-2. Tobias out of the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. This is hit in the air. Shallow right field. Terang going out. He's going to call off Frelick and make the catch. And 2 quick outs for Myers here in the 7th. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for just $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit GeorgeWebb.com for locations and details. That gets Blaze Alexander to the plate. Brewers have not retired him in this game yet. 2 walks and a double for Alexander. Righty versus righty matchup here. Doubled against Myers back in the 5th, and here's a chopper to short. Charging it is Monasterio, and it climbed up his glove, and Alexander will be safe at first. It was a soft chopper at short, so Monasterio had to charge it very hard. And as he was charging it, the ball hit the heel of the glove and then
bounced away from Monasterio. They'll rule it a base hit. It's a play where Monasterio has to come in, kind of a do-or-die play. So it's a hit here for Alexander. And here's Locklear, and he hits a fly ball to center on the first pitch from Myers. Easy play for Blake Perkins. Drifting to his left, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So another effective inning from Tobias Myers in relief. It's still 6-4 Diamondbacks as we head to the bottom of the seventh on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap? Brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
You know, in Boston, every now and then, you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier, the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
Go to the bottom of the seventh inning in the seventh inning stretch, sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island's your premier resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee and the place to be. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com. New pitcher is on for the Diamondbacks. It is, according to our video board, Jalen Beeks, but it's not. It's Taylor Rashi, a right-hander, takes over. First pitch to Caleb Durbin, misses for a ball. And the 1-0 misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Folks in the scoreboard were listening to me. They've wiped it. Rashi out of the windup, and the 2-0 pitch is on the outside edge, and that is not been a strike today from James Jean, but a generous one given to Taylor Rashi there. 2-1 on Durbin. Out of the windup, here's the pitch. And a smash up the middle off the glove of Marte and trickles into center field. That'll be a base hit for Caleb Durbin. So the leadoff man aboard for the Brewers, trying to get on the comeback trail here in the seventh inning. And that'll get Contreras to the plate. We drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Giants and Cubs tied at 2 in the top of the third in San Francisco. First pitch to Contreras is a chopper to third. Could be 2. Alexander goes to second for 1. Marte to first. Not in time. Contreras hustling up the line. That took a big enough hop on Alexander, and he had to wait on it, that it allowed Contreras to stay out of the double play. So 5-4 on the put out of Durbin, but Contreras at first on the fielder's choice. And now here's Bryce Turang. Well, it's been a big power surge in the month of August for Turang. 9 home runs this month. Rashi brings home the pitch, and it's down in the dirt, blocked in front of the plate by Moreno. It's 1-0. Seems like a lot to ask for 10, but this would be a good time for number 10 for Bryce Turang. He's got a couple of hits today, triple and a single.
Rashi looks in. The 1-0 to Bryce is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. It is a 6-4 Diamondbacks lead. All the scoring in this one happened in the first 3 innings. It's been nothing but zeros ever since for both squads. Rashi set at the belt in the 2-0. That missed down and in. 3 balls and no strikes on Bryce Terang. Walk would certainly not be shied away from the Brewers either. It's Jared Koenig and Easton McGee getting loose in the Brewers pen. .30 pitch, and that one is a strike at 91, right down the middle. 3-1 on Bryce. Now an 11-game hitting streak for Terang. Batting average all the way up to .287 for Bryce. Rashi looks in, and the 3-1 pitch missed up and away. Walked him. So now first and second after the walk to Terang, and Andrew Vaughn coming to the plate. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. So tying run is aboard. Go ahead run comes to the plate with 1 out. And Andrew Vaughn, Brewers would love to get a big swing from him here. Hasn't homered since that Red Series in Cincinnati. He's had so many big moments in a Brewers uniform already. First pitch brought home, and a slider right down the middle in there for strike 1. Contreras at second, Terang at first base. 0-1 to Vaughn. That missed inside. 1-1. Rashi has thrown 12 pitches already here in this 7th. The 1-1 pitch, and he took a strike. Oh, it's a baseball and a half in. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Andrew Vaughn. One-two pitch, swing and a miss, and struck him out. Fastball at 91 at the top of the zone to strike out Andrew Vaughn, and now here's Isaac Collins. It's going to be up to him with 2 outs. This is the major league debut for Taylor Rashi. And he has had some traffic here in this inning, but he's an out away from getting out of it. Collins trying to make sure that doesn't happen. 29 years old. First pitch to Collins is low with a splitter. 1 ball and no strikes. 23rd round back in 2019 by the Giants out of UC Irvine, an anteater.
College teammates with Keston Hira.
Yeah. 1-0 pitch. Missed down and in. 2 balls and no strikes on Isaac Collins. An opportunity for the Brewers here. It's going to take some 2-out magic from the crew. 2-0 pitch, and Collins took a strike on the outside edge. It's 2-1. It's a low 90s fastball with Rashi. Bigger guy, 6'4", 220. Sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Brings home the 2-1 to Collins. And a check swing foul up the third baseline. It's 2-2. There's a fastball at 91, upper inside corner. And Isaac was trying to check on it. Might have been a strike anyway, although pitches on the edges today have been pretty conservative, so no guarantee it would have been called a strike. But Isaac was trying to check, ended up fouling it up the third baseline. Rashi looks in, and the 2-2 pitch up and in, and Isaac had to do the limbo to get out of the way of that fastball, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So now the runners will get the benefit of going with the pitch. Brewers chasing 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, and the crowd sensing the moment, starting to get loud here at American Family Field. Rashi kicks, delivers the 3-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Fastball up and out of the zone. Collins with kind of an excuse me swing, and he strikes out. So the Brewers strand a pair in the 7th. We go to the 8th inning. It's a 6-4 Diamondbacks lead on the Brewers.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Easton McGee takes over on the mound for the Brewers. It is a 6-4 Diamondbacks lead as we head to the 8th inning. And stepping back in with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks so much, Lane. McGee pitched in last night's ball game. Inning in 2/3, struck out a batter, faced 5, retired all 5. He'll face Alek Thomas, Ildemaro Vargas, and then the top of the order, Ketel Marte. One out of 3 for Alek Thomas today. 2-run single back in the 3rd. Diamondbacks haven't scored since the 3rd inning, and all their runs coming against starter Jose Quintana. Thomas rips one through the right side, and the base hit. Leadoff man is on again. 6th time in 7 innings that the leadoff batter has been on base for Arizona. So a hit for Alek Thomas. He's 2 for 4, and Ildemaro Vargas comes to the plate. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, representing 9,000 skilled union laborers throughout Wisconsin. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. Arizona's had a man on in every inning with the exception of the first. Toss over to first, and Thomas is back. A lot of pitches thrown in this game. Jose Quintana threw 95 pitches in just 3 2/3 innings. Thomas a good lead. He's got great speed at first base. Offering to Vargas is a strike over the outside corner with a cutter. It's 0-1. 6-4 Arizona. All 10 runs combined scored in the first 3 innings. Nothing in the last 4 innings for either team. There have been threats, there's no doubt, but nothing across. Pitch to Vargas. Swing and a foul in and out of the glove of Jansen behind the plate. Brewers have had some great defense. Blake Perkins robbing a home run from Tyler Locklear back in the 5th. And Sal Frelick taking an extra base hit away from Geraldo Perdomo in the 6th inning. May have hit very high off the wall. 0-2. And it's flipped foul and out of play. Two still on Vargas, an RBI single that drove in a pair, as a matter of fact, in the 2nd inning. And McGee will step off the back of the rubber, and that's the 2nd disengagement. Ready to go on 0-2, Easton McGee. Here's a stretch and pitch. Missed up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McGee working on back-to-back days. Brewers hoping to avoid their first losing homestand this year. 500 or better on every single homestand. 1-2. Ground ball right side. Terang fields it. Plants the foot. Throws to first in time to get Vargas. He had to range half a mile to get to that baseball. Otherwise, you're looking at first and third with nobody out. Terang got there with relative ease. Had his feet under him and threw a good throw over to Andrew Vaughn. And retired Vargas. To second base goes Alec Thomas. That is such a difficult play that Bryce Terang just made look routine. Top of the order, Ketel Marte. Switch hitter batting from the left side. He's got a base hit today and takes outside for ball 1. 1-4-3 and 3 out of 10 in the series for Marte. Big run out there at second base for Arizona. They lead by 2. No action in their bullpen either. 1-0 coming. Marte hit it foul. Ball and a strike on Ketel Marte. Brewers in the bottom of the 8th will have 7, 8, and 9. Jansen, Perkins, and Monasterio scheduled. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball off of McGee, deflects over to Terang, and they'll make the play. 1-4-3. That one looked as if it was ticketed towards center field, but because McGee got a glove on it, sent it over to Terang. 1-4-3 on the putout. Geraldo Perdomo, this is a big out to get for Easton McGee. Perdomo's 0 for 4. 5 out of 16 in the series. Big run at third base as McGee into his stretch, and his first pitch is a strike at the knees. 0-1 on Perdomo. Ready again at the belt, and the 0-1. Ground ball foul first base side. Threw him a curveball, and it's 0-2. Baseball season, also known as shandy season, baseball fans. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's, flavor the moment. 2 strikes to nothing, top of the 8th inning, 6-4 Arizona. Easton McGee kicks and deals. Missed off the inside corner with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 35,000 plus in the ballpark today. Perdomo hitting from the left side of the plate, spreads those feet out wide with 2 strikes. 1-2 coming. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball in the inner part of the plate, and Easton McGee puts up a 0 in the top of the 8th inning. Brewers trailing by a pair at 6-4. Bottom of the 8th on the way on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
The very front of the...
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Never heard it before? Listen to Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher. Available on the Bucks Plus audio network and wherever you get podcasts.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Danny Jansen leads it off for the Brewers. As Taylor Rashi back out there in his major league debut in his second inning of work. First pitch is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes on Jansen. 6-4 Arizona. Rashi's delivery is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Perkins is on deck, and then Andrew Monasterio. Nobody loosening in the Brewers bullpen. The Brewers have had a base runner in every single inning of today's game. Here's the 2-0. Fly ball foul right side. We'll do it at 2-1 now. Pretty good pitch to hit there for Danny Jansen. These 4-game series, you get towards the tail end of them, and those bullpens are cashed. 2-1, down and away. 3 balls and a strike. Ronald Rashi yesterday, after Murillo, who gave it up on Tuesday's game, was sent back down to AAA. 3-1 pitch to Danny Jansen. Ground ball to third. It is a fair ball. Throw to first is in time. Fair ball, according to the third base umpire, Corey Blazer. And Jansen is out number 1. Blaze Alexander was not taking anything for granted there. I don't think that was a fair ball at all. But what do I know? The shot that we had down the third baseline seemed as if that was pretty foul, but regardless, called fair. Brings up Perkins. Here's the pitch. And Perkins takes a strike with a curveball. Jansen now 1 for 4. Perkins is 0 for 3. A 1 pitch coming. Is down low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Need some base runners. Getting late. Bottom of the 8th inning. Each team with 9 hits. 1-1 is high. Another curveball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nothing beats the heat like cold, creamy Cedar Crest ice cream. Perfect on a hot summer day. Grill up a tasty Usinger brat. Add some Pine River cheese spread to it. You got the taste of summer in Wisconsin. 2-1 is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. This is right where Rashi was with Danny Jansen. Jansen let him off the hook. The ground ball to third. 3-1 on Perkins. Get some speed on base. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip held on to by Moreno. He's right down the middle, belt high. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Perkins. Both bullpens silent. Brewers going to try and come back in this one. Fell by a run last night. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Back Carroll onto the warning track, and he'll make the catch right up against the wall. Just missed it. Blake Perkins. 2 away. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Anthony Siegler is going to come off the bench and hit for Andrew Monasterio, who had doubled in his last at bat. Anthony Siegler will try and find a way to get on base and extend the inning to Sal Frelick. And we'll get a visit to the mound by the pitching coach of Arizona, Brian Kaplan. Each and every trip to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to a Brewers home game on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. So a mound visit before this sequence with Anthony Siegler. Siegler so far in this series is 1 for 4. Had a 2-run double in the ball game a couple days ago. He's 2 out of 8 on this homestand. Overall hitting .211. Was his first ever extra base hit. That Bloop double down the left field line to score a couple of runs. Siegler hits against Rashi. First pitch to him, a curveball inside, ball one. 32 pitches for Rashi in an inning and 2/3. He's allowed a hit, walked one, struck out a pair. The pitch, Siegler swings and misses. Big cut in that fastball. And it's 1 strike. Abner Uribe is playing catch should the Brewers tie things up in this inning. Get a base runner and pop one out of here. That's down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Got to have them ready. If the Brewers stay down by a couple of runs, would assume that Easton McGee would go back out there for the 9th. 2-1 pitch is a strike. 2-2 on Anthony Siegler. Time used by Siegler, trying to give this crowd something to get excited about. Been a while. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out at a high fastball. And the Brewers' half of the 8th inning is over. We go to the 9th. It's 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Milwaukee baseball was... Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
For the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 9th inning, Easton McGee back out to work for the Brewers, his 2nd inning of work. Nobody loosening in that bullpen for Arizona. The top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th as Carroll fouls it away. Important for Easton McGee to keep this thing right where it is at a 6-4 game. Anthony Siegler stays in the contest at third base. Caleb Durbin slides over to short after Monasterio was pinch hit for by Anthony Siegler. Six runs, 9 hits, an error, and 8 left on base for Arizona. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 8 left on for the Brewers. Last 2 days have been an exercise in patience as Carroll takes high. 1 strike in terms of hitting with runners in scoring position for the Brewers. Last night they were 1 for 12. Today 1 out of 10. I would say those 2 days have been anomalies so far. Foul back by Carroll. Been one of the best teams in Major League Baseball since May and have become the best team in Major League Baseball hitting with runners in scoring position. The last 2 days the Diamondbacks pitching staff has been stingy. 1-2 coming. Hit foul out of play. Big curveball from Easton McGee.
Yeah, I think the runners in scoring position statistic is always going to go up and down. There's going to be stretches where those hits come in bunches and stretches where it feels like there's 3 or 4 games where you just don't execute in those situations.
1-2 again. Popped up third base side, and that's going to get in the seats. And the other thing is that it's such a skewed statistic anyway, because you can score runs without getting a hit. Sacrifice flies, you can get an RBI ground out, much like the Brewers had in the 2nd inning. That goes as an 0 for 1 for Andrew Monasterio.
Right. It doesn't tell the whole story anyway. I think the bigger thing is the Brewers still have 9 hits today. They've had double-digit base runners. I mean, they've put themselves in position.
Pitch home. Carroll takes a called third strike on the inside corner. Carroll's rung up. That's got to be the first called third strike in the game.
Feels like
maybe the second. There have been a lot of them.
Carroll twice has been called out on strikes. That's the only time the Brewers have caught a guy looking, those 2 times.
I mean, the Brewers offense does not have a called third strike.
Those are the only 2.
Yep. Corbin Carroll both times. What did he do to James Jean? I looked at 2 good pitches. Lourdes Gurriel bats and he fouls it back. And on a day like today, they have to be good pitches because those corners have been off limits, save for a couple of strays that have been called. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Easton McGee. Gurriel calls time and digs back in. A 1 pitch is a strike at the knees. 0-2 on Gurriel. He's had 2 hits in 3 official at-bats. He's also walked. 0-2 coming. Down and away. The Brewers will have Frelick, Durbin, and Contreras due up in the 9th, and it's going to be Rashi. Nobody else is playing catch. Rashi is in his major league debut. 1-2 pitch. Hit foul. Rashi, who had pitched in 3 games above Double-A in his life before today. 1-2 on Gurriel. 6-4 Arizona in the top of the 9th inning. McGee's pitch lined into left center field, a base hit. Collins is there to pick it up, and Gurriel is on for a 3rd time. Another hit for Arizona, their 10th. They've had a man on base in every inning with the exception of the 1st. It's a good team, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Knew they would be if their pitching didn't go astray for them early. Tough season from Zach Gallen. Merrill Kelly spent the majority of his time in Arizona hurt. Corbin Burns, the Tommy John surgery. Who knows what this team would have done. Pitch is inside, but we know they can hit. And a lot of these guys are going to be back. And that's before they traded away Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez.
There was a lot to like about this team on paper at the beginning of the year.
Just 2 years removed from going to the World Series. Here's a strike on Gabby Moreno. Ball and a strike on the D-backs catcher. One to Moreno. Down and away. 2 balls and a strike. And for Easton McGee, threw 15 pitches in his inning and 2/3 last night. He's up to 27. And they're going to ride him out in this 9th inning, down by 2. 2-1 pitch. Broken bat flare, shallow left. Collins got a good jump on it, but he can't make the play. It falls in front of him. And Moreno comes up with a base hit. That's usually one we see Collins make an attempt for. You know, he had some backup there with Perkins, but Collins doing the smart thing apparently and not letting that ball get by him. But it had so much hang time, even if it lands, it's not going anywhere. Isaac Collins unable to make the play, and it's a blue pit for Moreno. 2nd hit of the contest. Runners are at 1st and 2nd base, and still no stirring in that Brewers bullpen. Chris Hook finished with his conversation. Blaze Alexander, 2 for 2, 2 walks. He's scored twice. And coming up against Easton McGee. Brewers trying to keep it right where it is at 6-4. Here comes a pitch from McGee looking for a ground ball. And it's a fastball for a strike right down the middle with a sinker. It's 0-1. Not a creature stirring in either bullpen. 11 hits this afternoon for Arizona. And the delivery Popped up foul by Blaze Alexander. You know, just in case you're curious on whether Blaze is a nickname, no, that's his given name. He's the first professional athlete in any of the major sports to have the name Blaze be his given name.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of another Blaze? Other than Blaze and the Monster Machines? Was that the old cartoon? 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul in and out of the glove of Jansen.
Yeah, see, I was thinking of Blaze Bryant. Spelled differently.
Spelled different. B-L-A-Z-E Blaze. Easton McGee throws on 0-2. And it almost hit him. Straightened him up.
Blaze Bryant was an Iowa State Cyclone running back in the day when I was a kid. Played in the NFL briefly.
Love that.
Yeah. But B-L-A-I-S-E.
Not as cool. There's a ground ball to short. This is cool. 6, 4, and 3 in double play. Durbin, Terang, and Vaughn. See if the Brewers can come up with a walk-off win. Send the homestand off on a good note. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th. 6-4 Arizona on the Brewers.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Dunphy, we're a team of professionals that have a reputation for getting results.
We're about beer, brats, and baseball.
What a combo!
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Well, bottom of the 9th inning, off we go. See if the Brewers can do some damage against Taylor Rashi, making his Major League debut and now looking for his first big league save. Nobody loosening in that bullpen for Arizona. Frelick, Durbin, Contreras scheduled against Rashi. Here's the first pitch. And it's down and in for ball 1. Rashi has thrown 37 pitches now. Remember, he had only pitched in 3 games above Double-A before today. As Frelick takes a strike just above the belt, maybe belly button high. 1-1 on Sal. He's the only Brewer who hasn't faced Rashi yet. Well, just a hit and 2 innings of work. 1-1. Chopper foul, first base side. Frelick down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He is 2 for 4 today. Led off the game with a home run. His 10th of the season. Double figures in the home run department for Sal Frelick. One and 2. Here comes the pitch. And that's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get a man on. Get the tying run at the plate. 2-2 coming. Fly ball right field. Did he get enough? Corbin Carroll is on the warning track, and he will put it away. One gone in the ninth. Frelick hit it hard, but too high. One gone in the ninth inning for Caleb Durbin. Durbin 1 for 4. Base hit his last time up in the seventh inning. That was the first man that Rashi faced in his big league career. First pitch is a strike on the corner. 0-1 the count. Abner Uribe getting ready in the Brewers bullpen should this game go to the 10th inning. 0-1 is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't forget, you've got Christian Yelich available. You've got Jake Bauers available off the bench. Should you go that route? 1-1. Down the right field line, and it'll be foul. 1-2 on Caleb Durbin. 6-4 Arizona. The Brewers scored first. Arizona came back with a 3 spot in the top of the second inning. Brewers with 1 in the bottom of the second. Arizona 3 in the top of the third. Brewers 2 in the bottom of the third. And that's it. 1-2 pitch. Chopper foul just outside of the D-backs dugout. No scoring for either team since the third inning. But both squads with a lot of opportunities. Brewers 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position as Durbin takes high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Arizona's 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Waiting on a 2-2 from Rashi. Wind up, and here it comes. Liner to right, a base hit. That's headed towards the corner. Durbin is around first, headed for second. He is there with a stand-up double. And the tying run is coming up in the form of William Contreras. Don't count him out. Contreras at the plate. 1 for 4 today. And the pitch. Up and in. Splitter that fluttered out of the finger of Rashi. He wants a new baseball. Contreras has had some heroics on this homestand. Remember, he had the big home run yesterday to make it a 1-run game. Had the walk-off on Friday against San Francisco. Pitch. Half swing and a miss. Not a very convicted swing on that splitter up around his chest. 1-1 on William Contreras. Deep and straight away in the outfield. He is the tying run at the plate. 6-4 Arizona in the ninth. Rashi sets and deals. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Just now somebody's starting to play catch in that Arizona bullpen. Right-hander loosening. 2 balls, 1 strike on Contreras. Rashi deals. It is a ball off the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike, and that tight strike zone starting to come back for James Jean. John Curtis, the right-hander, playing catch in the Arizona bullpen. 3-1 on Contreras. Put it on a tee. The pitch is inside, ball 4, and now the tying run is on. The winning run is coming up in Caleb Durbin. John Curtis just started playing catch. He's not going to be ready for a little bit, so the pitching coach Brian Kaplan will go out and chat with Rashi. Tell you, they always say those last 3 outs are the hardest ones to get. He's got 25 outs as Brandon Lockridge will come in and run for Contreras, representing the winning run over at first base. I should say the tying run over at first base. Turang drew a walk against Rashi back in the 7th inning. Contreras just drew another Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. Ortho ASAP walk right in there is a difference. 2 1/3 innings so far from Rashi. He's thrown 52 pitches, exactly As many strikes as balls. Bryce Terang at the plate. He's tripled, singled, walked, and grounded out. He's the winning run at the plate, the hottest hitter in the month of August. And the pitch. Way high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hasn't had the feel for that splitter in this inning. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. It is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Bryce Terang this year with runners in scoring position hitting .374. He's got Durbin and Lockridge on the base paths. Here's the 2-0. A hanging breaking ball for a strike, and it's 2-1. Game on the line. 6-4 in the 9th. Rashi sets and deals. Fly ball left field. Not going to be deep enough as Gurriel is behind it. Makes the catch, tagging Durbin. He's going to put on the brakes. And that will give Andrew Vaughn an opportunity to hit, maybe, as we will take 10 seconds for station ID first on the Brewers Radio Network. That roar of applause that you hear is for Christian Yelich, who will come off the bench and hit for Andrew Vaughn, representing the winning run at home plate. Yelich as a pinch hitter this season is 1 for 2. On the year, 271, 26 home runs. He's driven in 90. Third most RBIs in the National League. Durbin and Lockridge are your runners. Rashi trying to close out the game for his first big league save at his big league debut. He's got to go through Yelich. Rashi sets. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Moreno out in front of home plate to go through the sequence of signs. Yelich a double in 4 at-bats last night on this homestand. 10 out of 23. Waiting on the right-hander, Taylor Rashi. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a splitter. That ball tumbled as it got towards home plate and fell off the table. 1 ball, 1 strike on Yelich. Fans on their feet in Milwaukee, hoping for some late inning dramatics. 1-1 coming. Fly ball, left field foul. And now the Brewers down to their final strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Yelich has 1 walk-off home run in his career. Came this year, the grand slam against the Boston Red Sox. Put one in a gap down the line. Let Lockridge open it up. 1-2 pitch. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the splitter. He's got so much sweat going on right now that baseball is slipping out of his hands. Tough to grip the splitter. 2-2 on Yelich. Rashi at the belt. He kicks and deals. And it's up and in with a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Christian Yelich. 6-4 Arizona. Bottom of the 9th inning. Tying run at first base for Milwaukee. They'll be running with the pitch. Yelich asks for time and digs in against Taylor Rashi, the rookie, the major league debut right now. 3-2. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base. Up with it is Marte. He throws to first, and the ball game is over. Brewers had it all set up for success and come up empty. 6-4 the final score. Arizona splits the 4-game series with the Brewers. We'll be back, have the totals for you right after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for exceptional taste and only 95 calories. And Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic is everything you love about Blue Moon without the alcohol. Check your local store for Blue Moon. Made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.